Today's horoscope from Astro Academy, Cancer, October 26, 2022. This week is good for recognizing which attachments may be holding you back from growing and thriving. With a new moon eclipse occurring tomorrow, you might make a plan to clear up old projects that are slowing your progress or take care of duties so that you can start fresh. As well, Saturn has just turned direct after retrograde motion since June. While this shift can bring on a small dose of reality, it's also likely to lead to a feeling of strength and clarity. It can be a time to face past elements that resurface as truths or realities. Keep in mind that knowing your position can lead to making better plans. In the weeks ahead, you'll feel more equipped to put negative habits and attitudes behind you. Getting some peace of mind can be invigorating. Sweet watery vibrations are written in the stars for you. This is because sweet Venus, our goddess planet of romance, attraction, and beauty, has now entered a fellow sign, also known as your solar ninth house of expansion. This means that if you plan long-distance travel with your significant other, you will have a magical time where you learn more about yourself and each other. You'll feel supported so sweetly by a loving universe. If single, use your spiritual energy to attract someone new. Consider dating outside of your normal type. You'll find that they have the magic that you have been looking for. Explore the potential paths to solidify your financial responsibilities. Weigh the pros and cons of your options as the moon in Libra conjuncts Mercury in Libra. The conjunction addresses your opportunities to alleviate any debt, solidify your future, and ensure financial reciprocity with any assets. But try not to rush into any decisions since the moon also trines Mars in Gemini. It is important to be assertive with what you want and aggressive in finding out more information. But you do not have to readily decide on what you want to do with your resources and finances. 2 days after the Sun and Venus left your financial sector and just days before Mercury is due to end all planetary activity on this side of the financial fence, the moon wraps up its monthly visit. While Jupiter, in his final days in your income sector, is also demanding your attention, with your financial instincts sharp, this is giving you a read on both sides of the financial fence. Your romantic nature may be easily aroused these days. The movement of the planets gives you a chance to separate your mind from your body to a certain degree, giving you greater sensation in your body than your sometimes overwhelming emotions. To enhance this experience, be sure to get regular exercise and eat light but nourishing foods such as fresh salads or seasonal vegetables and fish. Your sensitivities will tantalize you and probably someone else, too. The vibrations are going to be a little bit difficult and even negative in the days coming up, but some blue skies will progressively come your way. Indeed, this period is under the best auspices and you can now expect to have a happier future both in your personal and professional life. This is the hour to start things up again, and you can't miss if you try to make your projects more concrete. The moon's return to an adventurous part of your chart today will not only keep it here in the heart of the working week, but 2 days after the Sun and Venus return, this is going to command your attention. While the moon returns every 4 weeks, returning as an eclipsing new moon and with the weight of the Sun and Venus behind it, is going to electrify the first planetary activity on the adventurous side of life's fence this year. Fortunately, it is not until later in the week that the professional gods will want your attention. 2 days after Venus, the planet of love returned to an adventurous part of your chart to begin a short 24-day mission to bring the spirit of romance and adventure together. The moon's return today will give this a serious boost. It is the moon's alignment with the sun that will create today's eclipsing new moon, something that can electrify both the spirit of romance and adventure. Our eyes in the sky. Today has some beautiful aspects. As the psychic realms continue to tap on our personal oracular doors, we are all being asked to open our third eye to the messages coming from the other side of the paranormal realms. Jupiter retrograde swims back into Pisces and pulls at our collective need to let go of past emotional wounds and break away from the normal routine. Under the influence of the intense Scorpio sun, you can either let things eat you alive or allow changes to happen the way they're intended. This is a time of year where we're all being asked to let go of mental baggage and evolve to a higher form of ourselves. Once this gets stripped away, you will feel bare and vulnerable for a reason. In fact, right now you're being guided by your ancestral connections, so reach out in whatever way you feel comfortable for signs and clues along the way. You might look at the clock at the same time every day, or you could see little messages around you that let you know you're on the right track. Yes, there are many obstacles right now, but this is also a fantastic opportunity to focus on your inner light and show the world who's boss. In the early morning, the Libra moon trines Saturn in Aquarius, helping us to attend to our responsibilities. Others seek us out for advice, relying on us to make fair judgment calls. In turn, we might seek guidance from elders or community advisors. Under this aspect, we get the most done by taking cues from those who came before us. Getting perspective on the past helps us to innovate old protocols to make them relevant for modern times. We look for cooperative solutions and wind up creating enterprises that are sustainable for all. Mid-morning, the moon conjuncts Mercury in Libra, causing us to become attached to our opinions. This influence is ideal if we need to make a point, but it can also create blind spots in our arguments. Being too emotionally concerned with outcomes makes us desperate to have our rationale validated. If we are not affirmed, we can become upset and passive-aggressive, liable to ice others out for refusing to agree with our position. This is the place from which prejudice is born, as we devise excuses to other those whose sentiments deviate from our own. It is best to keep conversations light at this time,